Hello. Okay, so what's it like to be nonverbal? So I can only speak to this a little bit, right? Everyone's autism is different. I say that a million times, but I say it a million times for a reason, because it's true. Clearly, based on, I'm pretty verbal. I have a great command over language. I've done a really good job learning kind of tricks of the trade, you know. I can flip language around. Ooh, motor god. I'm good at language, alright? Most of the time, I am completely verbal. Yeah, you know, I can express what I'm thinking, even if what I'm thinking is not what I'm actually feeling. But I can express myself using my vocal cords, and this is slightly different, but I can also usually move my body. I don't go what I'm going to call non-mobile very frequently. Both going nonverbal and non-mobile happen to me very infrequently, just when I'm in like a huge shutdown. Look up autism shutdown to figure out what that is before I explain it in some way. Kayak gods. But I'll tell you this right the fuck now. Being nonverbal or non-mobile, for me, sucks. It's the worst, especially when people don't understand what's going on with you, so they just keep wanting you to speak, and you're just like, I can't tell you how many times I've just sat like this, shouting things in my head, shouting them, just wanting them to come out so badly, and my mouth just won't move. And when it gets really bad too, I can't move from this position either. I'll be like, get up, get up, get up, you're making everything worse. I could be in the middle of like people, like, you know, throwing things at each other and just sitting here, and I know I need to leave, but I've just gone non-mobile. I'm shutting down. I can no longer control myself. I can't speak. I can't move. Definitely different than a meltdown. But so those are the only times I go non-verbal or non-mobile. So I can't really speak to what it's like to live a life where that's like a constant issue. You should go find people with those experiences, because that is such a specific experience, and even how much I've thought about it over the years, cannot imagine what it is like to be a fully capable person trapped in a body that, trapped is the wrong word, but inside of a body that's not able to make words come out. It's like, as soon as you can't speak for yourself, other people get to speak for you, regardless of the other ways you're trying to communicate, like with your body or with nods or with anything. Instead of people trying to understand how nonverbal people are communicating in nonverbal ways, most nonverbal people are just treated, well, like they can't take care of themselves. So that is not my reality, and I cannot speak to what that's like at all. But again, just as kind of an intro to what this feels like, it feels horrible, okay? I've also never been in a coma, but I'm assuming it's kind of like that. You're just out, you can't do anything, and everything inside my body is screaming, but I've just shut down, and I'm literally just sitting there rocking, and my brain is like shouting things to say, shouting for help or for food, or to tell the person who I'm yelling at or did something to that I'm sorry, or to ask for anything, or to ask for water or whatever. Anything that might help me. I'm just sitting there, and then I can't even move my legs either. And you don't know when it'll stop. So that's a fun part of it too. So, okay, short video. Being nonverbal feels absolutely, completely shitty. It feels for me, like, I've lost so much control over my body, and, like, I'm in a lot of danger, too, because people could do a lot to me, and I couldn't really fight back. I've had people do, like, violent things to me when I've been unable to move, and it's scary, because you can't move, so they can kind of do what they want, and if they're doing things that are causing you to be more upset, then oftentimes, again, for me, I'm just shutting down more, less able to move, less able to talk. It's a really, 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 really vulnerable and scary position to be thrust into. So that's coming from someone with autism who doesn't experience going nonverbal or non-mobile very often. And God, I am so thankful. Thank you, gods. Thank you, Deck God. Thank you, Starbucks God. Thank you, Gray Reeboks God. Because, guys, I hate it. People have weird assumptions about which symptoms of mine are the worst across my whole brain spectrum. And a lot of people usually get most freaked out about, like, hallucinations. They're like, that must be horrible. You know what's horrible? Sitting on a tile floor with your back hard against the cement, with your body curled in as tight as you can imagine. So scared. Not being able to say a word, not being able to move, and just having people shout at you. And the more they shout, the less their words even make sense, because everything's so loud. It's such a sensory overload. Everything's just overloading. And you can't escape. Like, you can't even escape your own body, let alone the situation. That's one of my worst symptoms of my whole brain. The fact that I walk around with the possibility that I might really at any point lose control of the whole fucking thing. How are you supposed to walk around like that, man? And that's just me. I'm barely nonverbal. I'm barely non-mobile. So, God, ramp that up to people who shut down over many, many more triggers, or people who are completely nonverbal and completely can't move. Jesus fucking Christ, can you imagine what being inside of that body is like? Because I can't. And I'm someone who does become nonverbal and does become non-mobile, and I still can't imagine what that's like all of the time. So, that is my first say on how much that just fucking sucks, and people don't know even what a shutdown is. It means my whole body shut down. I can't fucking do anything. I can't do anything! Which is different than a meltdown, and they're both autism things, and maybe I'll do a video explaining the difference. I don't care. Shutdown sucks. Being nonverbal and being non-mobile is one of the most helpless positions I've ever found myself in. And I fucking hate it. And it's still God. It's frustrating. Okay, I love you guys. Over and out.